All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Zach Plunk. Welcome to Digital Marketing in the MBA program, course code B Marketing 6342. This is the A term in the fall semester. Hopefully, everybody's in the right place here. If not, reach out. I can probably point you in the right direction. But I wanted to start out with this semester with this intro video to give you an idea of what to expect in this course. I'm going to share a little bit about myself as to, why should you take advice or learn from me? Who am I? What are my credentials? Um, and ultimately give you an idea of what to expect as you move throughout this course. So I am assuming that this is not anybody's first course that they're taking in the MBA program. If it is, welcome. If it's not, then you kind of already know what to expect in regards to an MBA level class. A master's program, specifically an MBA, is a step above the work that you would have done in an undergraduate class. It's going to require a little bit more reading, a little bit more motivation, probably, and a little bit more work. That's just the nature of a higher degree. As a result, this is also a 7-week course, and so we cram in a lot of stuff into 7 weeks. And so I wanted to start with this video to give you an idea of what to expect, but in an effort to help you understand what do you need to do to succeed in this course. So hopefully after this video, all of your questions will be answered. And if not, then feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help you however I can. So like I said, my name is Dr. Zach Plunk. I'm actually not a full-time employee at the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. I grew up in Belton. My dad is a professor there in the kinesiology department, but I've grown up around the university, and as I got my PhD and was able to teach university level classes, UMHB reached out with our established relationship and said, hey, would you want to teach some marketing courses? And so that's why I am teaching this course. I'm actually a professor down the road at Texas Lutheran University, and that's where I'm full-time employed. But that's a little bit about me. But in addition, why should you listen to me about marketing or digital marketing? Here's a little bit of my educational journey. I got an undergraduate degree in marketing and entrepreneurship from Baylor University. And so even from my earliest kind of schooling, I have studied marketing, and specifically in the context of entrepreneurship. So I have done a lot of work with small business marketing, and how do we market with very little resources. So these big companies, Walmart, Apple, Google, they have almost unlimited resources. But the real challenge is, how do you reach people when you don't have any money? And so that's kind of my background. That's what I like to specialize in. But that's kind of what I started at Baylor. And then I got an MBA from Texas A&M, an online MBA similar to what you're doing right now. And so focus a little bit more on the management side in the MBA, but still applied it heavily to marketing. And then I have a PhD. I got my PhD from the University of North Texas in marketing. And that is where I really started to research marketing, and how do we, design experiments to figure out what marketing tactics work. So over the last, more than a decade now, I have been studying marketing from an undergraduate level to a master's level to a PhD level. I have been practicing marketing in several small businesses, both my own and from a consulting standpoint. And I research in marketing as well. So I'm always kind of studying, what is on the cutting edge of marketing tactics. And so that's a little bit just some of my credentials for, why I was asked to teach this course. And hopefully, you'll see some of my opinions and things like that come out throughout the class in several, lecture videos or something like that I might post. But it all comes from kind of this background of studying, practicing, researching marketing for the past 10 to 12 years now. Before we jump into the course and go into Canvas, I want to share a few goals of mine that I have for being your professor. And the first, and I share this in any class, either in person here at Texas Lutheran or online at UMHB. But my number one goal is, and what you can expect from me, is that I'm going to treat you like a human being. And so we've all been in classes before where the professor or the instructor expects that you treat their course like it's the only thing going on in your life. That will not be me. I hope that this class is not the only thing going on in your life. If it is, that's another conversation that we should have. But I understand that y'all might be working, you have other things going on, some of you might have a family. And so I would never expect that you take or you view digital marketing in this MBA program as your number one priority in life. I don't. This class is not my number one priority in life. I've got kids. I've got a full-time job here at Texas Lutheran. That being said, I take this class very seriously, and I'm going to try to prepare y'all as best as I can. But I understand that you have other things going on. And so what does that mean? It means that if something comes up and you had some trouble, or you're having trouble, or you're struggling, you will not receive judgment from me. I am a pretty understanding person. That said, I do still expect you to be responsible and get stuff done on time. But I understand that life happens sometimes. And so my recommendation is, if anything comes up or if you're struggling, talk to me about it. We can set up a Zoom call. You can email me, whatever it might be. The second thing is that I am going to really aim to communicate clearly, especially in an online setting like this. I had my entire master's program was online as well, so I understand the importance of clear communication in making an online class go smoothly. I was in several classes where things were not clearly communicated, and it stressed me out a lot. And so from my end, I'm going to aim to communicate my expectations, due dates, class structure, feedback, whatever it might be, clearly. So hopefully you won't have any questions. That's part of why I'm doing this video now, is to hopefully answer any questions you have on day one. The third is ultimately to provide you with knowledge that you can apply. An MBA program should be more applied than undergraduate. Undergraduate is fairly theory-based. MBA kind of takes another step. Now, this is an online class, and so I'm limited with what I can do. It is going to be very self-paced. It's going to be a lot of work on your part to make sure you're staying up to date with work and things like that. But all the assignments and the readings are meant to hopefully give you this kind of applicable knowledge. And so, like I said, we're fairly limited in the online setting. That's just kind of the nature of this type of education. But I'm going to do my best to, in every assignment or reading that I give you, to kind of contribute to this applicable knowledge. And then the last thing, my last goal is to be a resource for you. I want you to succeed. If you need somebody to write a recommendation letter for you, if you need somebody to reach out on your behalf to a company, excuse me, I'm here for you. So I know we won't ever meet in person, but I'm happy to ever have a Zoom call with you. I can look over resumes. I can try to help you out with internships, whatever it might be. Ultimately here to help you succeed in this class, but in life as well. So if anything's ever going on, just feel free to reach out. All right. Now we are going to go over to Canvas, and I want to give you just a general walkthrough of Canvas, how it's set up. So you can, from day one, right after this video, you can progress through the course and you can, not be confused. So here's our homepage, our landing page. Hopefully none of you are new to Canvas. If so, all of your different pages are over here on the left. And there's really only one page that I would, or maybe two, with grades and modules that we should pay attention to. So grades, self-explanatory, that's where your grades will be. It's where you'll be able to see how you're doing in the class. But modules is where the meat of the course is. This is where we have designed, or I have designed all of the information, all of the assignments, all the readings, everything. So I'm going to walk you through how to walk through on a weekly basis and how to be successful in regards to making sure you get everything done that you need to. So obviously, so start here. This is the first module. You obviously already found this video. It was under this tab. If you need help with what, different guidelines or things like that, look at these tabs. I'm not going to go through those. You can read through those. If you need different resources, here's some different ones that UMHB offers. But where I'm going to spend most of my time is in these modules. So this is a 7-week course, excuse me. So you have 7 modules, one for every week, basically. Now, at any given time, there will always be 2 modules open. So right now, as you're seeing this video, Module 1 and Module 2 are published. They're available for you to see. Now, I do this for a couple reasons. One, it gives you some flexibility. If you want to work ahead and get everything done in 1 week, then next week you can take it easy. You don't have to always have something going on in this class. So if you are an athlete, or you have your sister's wedding next week, whatever it might be, you can work ahead and get 2 weeks worth of work done in 1 week. Now you might be asking, okay, why don't I just open all the modules? In my experience, if I open the entire course, the quality of work goes way down. I think people just feel like, oh, I have it all available. Let me just zoom through it and get it done. And then their grade ends up suffering because they don't do good work, basically. And so 2 modules open at a time is a good sweet spot. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through what one module would be, and part of kind of clearly communicating and helping you succeed in that way is I have designed this course to be very repetitive. You'll see in every module kind of looks the same. You might have 1 session or 2 sessions, depending on, like, a session is just the topic. So for session 1 is digital marketing strategy. Session 2 is marketing analytics. Okay, so both of those are still under the module 1 tab, but each session is designed exactly the same. You have an overview tab, you have a materials tab, an assignments tab, and something to do with the project or Google Analytics. Okay, so the overview, I'll just click on this first one. The overview gives you some learning objectives and what, just like a bird's eye view of what we're going to be learning in this session. Okay, so that's the overview. If you want to look at that, you can. There's not any assignments there or anything like that. But then you go into session 1 materials. So materials is where I would have any assigned readings, that could be from your textbook. It could be from an article that I assign. It could be from a lecture video that I post. It could be from a YouTube video or some other resource that I put. So the materials, everything on the materials page is assigned to you. You need to read it or need to watch it because your assignments for this session will come directly from these materials. I'm not saying you'll have an assignment on every material, but I will a lot of the times ask you to kind of synthesize all of these materials into your assignment that you are given. Okay, so that's the materials page. Every session will have an overview, it'll have a materials, and then it will have an assignments tab. And this is where you will have your assignment to complete. So click on the assignment. A lot of the times it's some kind of writing task. So I have a short prompt for you. I'll have a rubric for you. If it's just make sure you follow all the instructions. They're pretty clearly laid out for you. If you have any questions about an assignment, feel free to reach out. So that's an overview. That's a materials page, an assignments page. And then The only other two things that we work on is a project. It's an ongoing project. So there might be something you need to do for your project, or something that you need to do for a Google Analytics certification that we're going to work through. So this is, by the end of this course, you will be certified. You will actually be able to say on your resume or your CV, yes, I am certified in Google Analytics. And so that might be part of it as well. Okay, the Google Analytics is not due until the end of the semester, but I have worked them into different sessions to keep you up to date so you don't get behind and you're not doing all of it at once at the very end of the semester when a lot of other things are due. But you'll see everything is exactly the same. In module 1, here's session 1 overview, materials, assignments, project. Session 2, materials, assignments, project, Google Analytics. You go down to module 2, same thing. Overview, materials, assignments, project, analytics. Overview, materials, assignments, project, analytics. It's the same thing over and over and over. So the goal here is to just make it very repetitive, like muscle memory, so that when you get to week 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you don't have to think through, okay, what do I need to do for digital marketing? You know, okay, I need to read what's in the material, read or watch what's in the materials tab. I need to complete the assignments. I need to work on my project and make progress in my Google Analytics. And that's really it. There's not a ton of complicated assignments. We don't really do quizzes in here. Your assignments are made up of primarily writing assignments that apply some type of principle or some type of practice. A lot of the times I'm going to ask you to apply it to a real company. If you have your own company or you're currently working, that's a great way to apply it. If you're not working or just don't have any other experience, just pick whatever company you want. Maybe you wear Lululemon, or maybe you really like to drink Dr. Pepper, whatever it might be. Pick a company. Other than that, though, everything is pretty straightforward. Like I said, if you ever have any questions, the best way to reach out to me is through email. I don't really ever come to campus. I live about an hour and a half away. So I'm never really on campus, but I typically respond to emails within 24 hours. Normally sooner, given that it's an appropriate time. If an assignment is due on Sunday night and you're emailing me Sunday at 11 p.m., I'm not going to answer that email. Most of the time, I don't really answer emails on weekends in general. Like I said, I have a family. I'm off on the weekends. I don't spend a ton of time checking my email over the weekend. But so just be responsible. I'm here to help you succeed, but I also need you to be responsible on your end as well. And don't wait till the last minute. I have these modules open for 2 weeks at a time. So you have plenty of time to complete the assignments. And so I don't really take late work. If your computer, if the assignment's due on Sunday night and your computer dies Sunday afternoon, my response would probably be, well, you had 13 other days to complete these assignments. I can't really help you because you waited till the last minute to do it. So make sure you take that responsibility to not wait to the last minute, because something always happens when you wait to the last minute. The computer glitches, or your Wi-Fi runs out, or your Wi-Fi stops working, or whatever it might be. And my answer will most likely be, I'm sorry, you had 2 weeks to complete this. There's nothing I can do. Okay. But again, totally understand. Like I said, life happens sometimes. If something comes up and you're able to communicate with me ahead of time, I'm normally willing to work with you. But if you wait to the last minute and something happens, I will be very sorry, but I won't be able to really do much, just to be fair to everybody else in the class that completed the assignments on time. Okay, well, like I said, if you have any other questions, feel free to email me. My email is zplunk@umhb.edu. And like I said, I'm normally pretty quick to respond. And I'm excited for this semester. I think it'll be great. It'll be quick. I mean, it will be done before we know it. It is a lot of work. It's manageable, though. You have plenty of time to do everything. And I'm here to help. So let me know if I can ever help you in any way. All right. Thanks, y'all.